Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I found another laptop. This is an oldie, but a goodie. I just thought I'd start by showing you the top of it. It's in pretty pristine condition considering it's an XP machine, although you definitely have some wear on the keys. So this one was actually used, as opposed to some of them I see. It's funny how some of these laptops must have just sat in somebody's closet for decades. Anyhow, yeah, this is one of the things I'll warn you about. So this is I believe it's an A100 satellite, but this is a Toshiba. But check out the weird output this thing has for adapter. 15 volts by 5 amps. How often do you see that for a laptop? It's normally 19 and a half, 20. 15 is weird. So if you get one of these things, you're probably going to want to get the power supply. Otherwise, you're going to probably have problems getting it to work. I'm assuming. I don't think you could put a 20 volt around here and get anywhere, but I could be wrong. But yeah. Anywho, let's take a quick look at this thing. So this is, should we start with the ports or should we, what should we start with? I just booted it up here. Let's start with the sides, ports. So we got yourself AVGA, exhaust, the old style plug that goes into your TV, firewire, couple of PCIe slots. I think that's what they call them. I got some nice, lots of light indicators. We got card reader, audio, little audio dial, kind of different. You don't see that too often anymore. I don't think I've ever seen that before in a newer one. It's got Wi-Fi on and off, so it's off right now. I mean, it's the XP system, so pretty much leave that off all the time. USBs, nice DVD, ROM, and not something you see too much anymore, but that looks to me like a modem. So a modem jack, and then what do we have in the back? Probably our, let's see here. Okay, hard to get it. Oh yeah, a couple more USB, that's nice. And our networking port. So there you go. That's the quick overview. And here we go. Yeah, so this thing is, it's pretty decent, really. Be honest with you, I think it's pretty nice anyhow. So let's take a look at the good old few of the specs about this thing. So yeah, so here we go. This is it's Service Pack 3. It's XP, and it's only got 1 gigabyte of RAM, but it does have a dual core CPU, so that's kind of nice. And of course, this is my temps. I always keep an eye on that. 33 is good. Yeah, it's running. It's good that way. You always kind of wonder about what you're in for with some of these systems. This time I'm sort of on the fly here. I didn't really set anything up. So we're going to go into look at our CPU-Z. So let's start that up. And let's see what else we want to open up here. Probably want to see our crystal disk info. Let's open that. Let's open up, okay, there we go. Let's open up our Specky. And there we go. And let's do one last thing. Let's see, I think I've installed NovaVinch. Let's find out. Let's go here. This is the old school way of doing things. No nice little search thing. You gotta actually go to the menu here and pick things out. It's the way it rolled back in the day. All right, so let's kind of organize these a little bit here as everything opens up, and we can walk through some of the aspects of this system. Okay, let's get this out of the way. So we've looked at this, it's good. All right, so let's go to our CPU-Z. And let's move that over here, make it easy. Okay, so what do we have going on here? So this is our CPU. You can pause if you want to look at that stuff. It's a 65 nanometer process, so we know it's 2006. It's really old. So this sucker is going to be hot just because of the nature of those, the way those chips are made. They're kind of, everything's thicker, so more heat. But there you go. There's your BIOS are from 2006, confirming that we have a 2006 system. We got DDR2 running dual, which is, you know, not bad for XP. Now, you might go, what the heck, only 1 gig of RAM? But XP, you gotta remember, I ran it on 512 for years, and that was actually quite enough, especially if you don't have all kinds of bloatware on there. So 2 is fine, and so we got 1 stick from 2006, only 512, and it's Hyundai and also Hyundai, so matching 6, so I would say original. And yeah, it's fine to run Windows XP with 1 gig of RAM. Trust me, it's not bad at all. Here's your mobile 945 GM Express graphics. We know they're not going to be great. It's also an XP system, so I never expect graphics to be good. This is before the era of, you know, a lot of graphics intensive applications and games and things. So, you know, you got to just kind of like temper your expectations if you ever buy a XP system. Now, I don't generally buy XP systems unless they have a dual core and unless they have a SATA drive, because those are sort of like my bare minimum. I want a SATA drive, and I want, because it's easy for me to replace them, and I want a dual core just because everything runs so much better with dual core. So let's just quickly go through the specs in Specky. So yeah, there you go. And the temperature is running a little warmer now that we opened a few things up, but fine, they're not crazy temps. There you go, RAM. There's it's running 1280 by 800, which is quite good. That's lots of space. So one thing I really like about the system is quite large, the screen. And yeah, and it's got, I think, a 120, yeah, it is, 120 gigabyte hard drive, obviously spinning hard drive. There, your rest of your stuff. So not a bad system for XP. And let's take the final look at that hard drive. And it's giving us a caution, reallocated sector count. So it could be a little wear and tear on this guy, but it's running. Hasn't thrown anything else, any other warnings up. One warning, it's kind of expected. 400 days, so, you know, what is that? A year and a few months, really? Not bad. Yeah, SATA. So it's slower SATA drive. But that's okay, it's XP. The resource demand for XP is so much lower than a lot of these other systems that it just kind of blows your mind just how things have changed. So let's turn off everything before we run our tests. So we can turn that off, and let's see. What is this? This is a modem thing. Exit. When did that happen? Why did that open? Must have double hit it. Okay. All right. System's clean. Okay, so let's just get that over here. Oh, before we do that, I forgot even to talk about the stickers and things like that. Centrino. Centrino means basically it's very Intel focused, and they tried to combine, you know, the networking, display, and processor together to get better performance and battery life out of them. That's what that was supposed to mean. It really doesn't boil down to much. This is interesting little history here. It's designed for Windows XP, but it's Windows Vista capable. That was a misleading advertisement. because this in no way is capable of running Vista at any really good rate. So that's why Vista failed so badly, is because the hardware didn't match up to what they were trying to do with the software. Looking at the keyboard, like I said, you can see the shine, so it's barely worn. It was a system in use for a while. Otherwise, no broken keys or anything. Like nice big front-facing speakers. That's one thing about satellite laptops. They try to create basically decent sounding speakers on them, from what I recall. And something that's kind of unique to these systems was this crazy sort of wide media and on and off switch, but media sort of control center to open your browser, to open your whatever your media player was, play, pause, stop, change tracks. They really dedicated a lot of space to that, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because then you cramp up all the other stuff on this side to make up for that space, throwing the whole thing kind of off center, I guess, in a way. So I don't know, not my choice, not a choice I would make if I was designing this computer, but that was Toshiba. They had to be different, right? But anyway, let's go over to our Nova Bench. Let's give it a shot and see what we got. And I hope you're having a great Thursday. Day after Canada Day for people living in Canada. It was a good, beautiful day in Vancouver for Canada Day. Went to some of the things that were out and about in our local area. And it was just a nice, great outdoors day for me yesterday. Hope you had a great day too. And I hope you're having a great day today. So, maybe you're a soccer fan. You've probably been having a great time watching all the World Cup stuff going on. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm more of a hockey fan, but, can't help but note all the events associated with FIFA going on right now. And if you live in Vancouver, there is a lot going on here. All right, here we go. Oh, no. Yeah, it's an XP system. 23 frames per second with shader deductions. So yeah, this isn't gonna do well for graphics, but probably would run Windows XP, some of the basic games fine, but yeah, it's definitely not a graphics powerhouse. And looking at that score, yeah, we're looking at an XP system, no question about it. The RAM and CPU are okay for their time period, but those graphics, man, wow. 11 frames, score of 3. And the hardware transfer speeds, because the hard drive is so old and it's one of the lower transfer rates, yeah, it's not fast. So a lot of bottlenecks in this thing, really, in terms of performance, but it's an XP machine. And if you want to run XP software and XP games and XP stuff, then kind of awesome. And this one is a good specimen because it's in good shape. Some of the things you'll always notice about a lot of XP machines is they usually don't have a camera up here because of the fact that it wasn't something that was popular at the time. They'll always have latches to close the lid on the computer. And they'll have oddness like this kind of stuff. Weird media control sometimes. It's just what they did. So these are the function keys. So what do we got here? Do we have, we have, I don't think this thing's set up for that, is it? Do we have the drivers? Oh yeah, we have, let's see. Oh yeah, we got the drivers too. Okay, so what this is it's a way of zooming your screen. So apparently we have the drivers for this thing all installed. So that's cool. So you can lock out the system. You can, I'm not gonna do that right now. You can turn off, theoretically, you should be able to turn off the mouse pad. I think right here, let's see if I can reach that. Test time, okay. Let's try. Nope, that didn't work. So we maybe have some of the drivers and maybe not all of them. Okay, let's see if we can dim the screen. That's more important than anything else. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, so it's got, that's good. It's got some of the drivers working. Anyway, I just actually kind of refurbished this things, and so sort of actually not quite refurbished. It's still got a lot of apps I want to install on it, but yeah, kind of a fun little machine to play around with. So there you go. That's my latest thrift store find, and I also have another one that I picked up. It's a ThinkPad, and it's a classic. It's sort of a grail PC for me because I always wanted one of these laptops from back in the day. It's an XP machine, so don't get too excited. But yeah, it's a classic. The T60, if you know what that is. I'm looking forward to covering that with you. I still have to do a little bit more work on it to get it fully updated and all that with Windows updates and things like that. But anyway, it's all good. And thank you for tuning in. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.